definitely a lot of aspects of high school that are different from elementary school and middle school. So to start, there's a schedule. We have a block schedule, which means we have a day 1 and a day 2. So on a day 1, we take 4 classes, and on a day 2, we take 4 different classes. And there's also a lot of options in the class you get to take.
Hi, everyone. High school is an amazing experience where you learn to be more independent and learn how to be a young adult. One way we become more independent is with our classes. We have some freedom to choose our classes based off our interests and passions.
In high school, there are a lot of cool experiences. You're able to choose your own classes and find out what really interests you. You're also able to eat lunch outside when it's really nice out and beautiful.
In high school, you meet a lot of people, you make a lot of memories, you try a lot of new things. It's like a whole nother chapter of your life, just becoming more of like who you really want to be.
A lot more freedom than you do in middle school and even elementary school. And you have this great opportunity to connect with different people and learn about yourself and learn about others and like your community and your world. And you get to do so much
about
more.
How high school is what you make of it. And that's something you're going to hear a lot. And it's really true. There's so many opportunities presented to you, and you get to decide what you want to do, what clubs you want to join, what sports you want to be a part of. You get to pick certain classes and find the things that you like. And the effort you put into high school is going to come back to you in what you receive. So if you put forth your full effort and you try lots of things, you get to experience so many opportunities and different things that you wouldn't have if you didn't try and go for it. So it's what you make of it.
Younger about going to high school, but everyone at the high school is super nice, and I love all my teachers. You also get lots of freedom, and you get to see your friends a lot more.
High school is so much fun, and it's definitely been the best 4 years of my life. I have had a lot of control over my learning, which I've really enjoyed, and I've made so many great memories throughout my time at Hale-Ray.
So during my high school career, I participated in mock trial and debate. I enjoyed mock trial because it was fun to become one of the witnesses or become the defendant. And usually I was the witness instead of a lawyer because I just found it more interesting and more fun.
So I'm currently in 3 clubs at the school. So those include Connecticut Youth Forum, National Honor Society, and Equality Alliance. So what that basically means is I am part of 3 groups who have a main focus of bettering the community in some way. And whether that's through community service or reaching out and helping other students, or even simply opening up a discussion about serious issues like mental health, body image, even bullying, stuff that isn't really talked about enough in school, but it definitely goes on in all of our lives. So it brings awareness to that, and I like participating in those conversations because, not only does it connect me more with my peers, but it also, reminds me that I am not alone in dealing with those issues, and it is nice to talk to people that are just as passionate about said issues as I am.
So I'm a part of 2 clubs besides sports. I'm in National Honor Society and Straight from the Heart, and both of those clubs have a lot to do with community service throughout the town. And besides those, I play soccer and basketball. Can't come back. Play those sports because it's just my best memories from high school are from sports, and whether it's like tournament games, like those are the memories with your friends that you'll remember forever.
So I'm part of student council. I am student council secretary. The club is a student government-based club where we plan events for the school like Spirit Week or pep rallies or field days. I'm in drama club. I love to sing and I love to act, which is really nice. I am in Triumph Honor Society, which comes from being in band. I love playing instruments, and being part of Triumph is really great. It helps you get community service and brings you closer to the music community.
Hi everyone. So I'm involved in a lot of different extracurricular activities. I'm a member of Straight from the Heart and Youth Helping Youth, which are more community service-based clubs, but I'm also a member of Math Team, National Honor Society, High School Trivia Bowl, and Connecticut Youth Forum, which are a little more academically focused clubs. Something really cool that you get to do in high school clubs is run for office. So I'm secretary of Straight from the Heart and the vice president of National Honor Society. Something that I love to do outside of school is volunteer at the hospital every week. As you get older, more and more opportunities become available to you, such as this one. I really love science, and I plan on pursuing a career in the medical field, so volunteering at the hospital every week definitely makes my day every time.
I'm in the newspaper club, So I help do produce the school newspaper, which I like because I like to write. I do sports. I did 4 years of varsity soccer, 4 years of track and field. And then I am involved in almost every music and arts program at the school. I'm the president of the Triumph Music Honor Society, which is like our honor society for music kids, for kids in the music department. We do volunteer work based on music and stuff. I am both the secretary and the vice president of our drama club, which is our our actors and like our theater performance club. And I'm really interested in theater. I'm planning to minor in college in it, so it's kind of one of my passions. I'm also in symphonic band, choir. I do a music theory class at the school. I am also president of the Equality Alliance, which is our diversity club, and we really try to, preach acceptance and stuff about, minorities and stuff like that at the high school.
I'm actually part of a lot of extracurricular activities. I do 3 sports. I'm in cross country, track, and baseball. I play jazz band after school. I'm in Triumph, which is the Music Honor Society. I'm in NHS, which is just National Honor Society. I'm also part of the tech crew with the school, which helps the drama during their productions and records games at like basketball and hopefully volleyball next year.
Sophomore year to now senior year, I did cheer, and sophomore year I kind of joined because I wanted to get out there, I wanted to do something totally different from what I would do in general, and it was the best experience I've ever had in my life. Not only because of the girls that I was with, but my coach, Tracy Gibb, was so inspirational, and she took care of us all, and she's just like a motherly figure, and it was the most comforting place to go to. And you learn so much about yourself when in cheerleading. We set goals all the time, and we accomplish them all the time. And if you want to join cheer, I suggest doing it. It's such an amazing experience, and I know you'll
audition to be a part of this choir. So I love singing. That is definitely something that I do in my free time. Also at school, I am a part of the drama club, which is a club that puts on all the plays and musicals that are shown to like the town. But outside of school, that is where I spend most of my time. I am a competitive dancer. I dance at Doreen's Dance Center. What a competitive dancer means that we go to competitions and we compete with our dances. I spend about 4 nights a week at the dance studio, and I do basically every type of dance that you can think of.
In high school, there is so much room for you to grow and learn who you are. I'd say one of the most important things that I learned in high school was what I wanted to do with my life. So when I first went into high school, I had an idea of what kind of job I wanted, but I didn't really know for sure. And through doing different activities at school, taking different classes, and starting a job, I was really able to learn a lot about myself, which was so important. And I'm really grateful that the high school had so many classes that helped me develop a better understanding of who I am and what I wanted to do.
I think the most important thing I learned in high school doesn't have to do with school at all. I think it was just learning about who I am as a person. Coming to this high school age, you get a lot of independence, you get a lot of opportunities, and it's a great time to really explore a lot of different things and explore who you are.
In high school, I learned the importance of responsibility and taking ownership of my learning. This allowed me to push myself to take harder classes as well as stay on top of all of my homework. Something that I also learned was how to properly communicate with my teachers. This is something that I really struggled with my freshman year of high school, but now I am able to easily contact my teachers and get the extra help if I need it. I think overall, I learned about who I am as a person and who I want to become in the future.
One of the most important things I learned in high school is working with a team is a lot better than working by yourself.
So the most important things I've learned in high school is definitely time management. So when you're involved in a lot of AP classes and sports and other clubs and stuff, there's a lot to manage. And through these past 3 years, that I've been at the high school, time management has definitely been the thing that's really stuck with me, and I think it'll carry on the rest of my life.
I learned that being a nice person is very rewarding, and there's nothing you lose by being kind. At every chance I could, I would compliment a friend or say hello to someone in the hallway, and I figured out pretty quickly that those kinds of things will make someone's entire day better.
So my favorite memory from elementary school was definitely art class. I felt really comfortable in her class, had lots of friends in there, and it was the first time I'd ever made art on my own. And I did painting, drawing, we worked with clay, we did paper mache, all that stuff I had never ever done before. And it was the first time that I'd ever been like, whoa, I actually really like this. Like, this is fun. And so I am really grateful for that class because it taught me a lot, not only, the hands-on practical how to make art, but it showed me a lot about myself. And it's a passion that I still have 9 years later.
My best memory from elementary school was probably going on field trips and recess. I remember going on a field trip to Ballock's Garden and a field trip to visit different landmarks in East Haddam, which I really just enjoyed getting to leave school for the day to visit different places, and I thought it was a lot of fun.
When I was in elementary school, Mrs. Miller was a third grade teacher, and my favorite memory from elementary school was having her. I just remember she was super nice, and she was a really great teacher, and I learned a ton in her class. And she was always really fun and really happy and positive, and I just remember loving being in her class. She was one of my favorite teachers.
I would say my best memories are probably just the experiences that I had every day with the teachers. The teachers in our elementary school are pretty great, and they always tried really hard to make sure that you were learning and engaged while also having fun. So just that every single day experience of coming in and knowing that it was a place to let loose and learn was always really enjoyable.
My favorite memory from elementary school would have to be the field days. I can't remember that many specific details about what games we played or like how long it went on for, but I just remember having a really good time.
My favorite elementary school memory would have to be any arts and craft projects we did. I loved those big About Me posters that you do at the beginning of the school year that you get to color in and fill out about yourself and then share out to the rest of the class. I really liked coloring and making my own projects and showing it off to everybody.
Guys, my advice for you is to basically just have fun and don't stress over the small things. You have your whole life ahead of you, and I'm sure you guys are going to go so far. And you all are amazing, I'm sure, and be you. Be who you are.
So I think my last and probably most important advice for you guys is to take classes that you want and take classes that make you happy. In high school, I've taken classes because my friends were in them and not because I wanted to take them. And I was really unhappy and I didn't do that well because of it. And I learned from it. And it's really important to take a class that you're interested in, something that you like and that you want to do, and something that you shouldn't feel pressured to take.
I know everyone says this, but the best advice I can give you is to just try your best. It can be really easy to not put in the effort, but it's definitely worth it. High school's not that long and middle school flies by too. And also take advantage of as many opportunities as you can. It doesn't hurt to try new things and figure out what you like and what you don't like. There's no harm in that. So just go for it and have fun.
My best advice for elementary schoolers going into middle school and eventually high school is to manage your time. This was something that took me forever to learn, and I'm still not very good at it. But once you start going into middle school, and especially later years and in high school, you're going to start getting a lot more work. And it's going to be more difficult work, a lot of writing, reading, comprehension, a lot more difficult math, science, it's going to get harder. And so it's important that you know how to manage your time and that you make sure you get everything done and that you leave enough time so that you can actually put enough effort into it.
Best advice that I can give you guys: to try new things. High school gives you the opportunity to try endless amounts of clubs, activities, and classes. You just got to be willing to take high school in your hands and just do what you want with it. So go for that new class. Try a new extracurricular or a club. Try out for the sports team. You have so many opportunities available for you that you can just explore what you want when you want.
My best advice that I can give to you guys is to always give 100%. If you're always giving full effort and you're always trying your best, that then you are going to get
Extracurriculars
rewarded for
is
it.
to try new things. Middle school is a really great time to join new clubs and maybe like try some sports, and just figure out what you're interested in and what you want to do in high school. And you can keep trying new things once you get to high school. I'm a junior this year, and I joined choir for the first time, and I
Advice to
absolutely
you
love it.
is to try new things and get involved, especially in middle school, because in middle school you're gonna have the opportunity to join some new clubs, sports and stuff, and it'll just prepare you up for high school and stuff when you really can actually join some bigger clubs and stuff. It's just good. It makes you a well-rounded individual. So that's what I have for you guys.
My advice to you is work hard, but also have a good time. Remember that a bad grade doesn't define you. One accident or one slip up doesn't define you. There have been plenty of times in my life where I've made the wrong choice or I've done the wrong thing, and I still think I'm going to be very successful in life, and I still have a lot of people surrounding me who definitely care about me and want me to be
It
successful.
always says this, but it's honestly crazy how quick you will be in high school. It really goes by super fast. Also, to enjoy life at your age, and don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to meet new people and make new friends, and just to always be kind and enjoy it.
Just be yourself and be kind to everyone. Don't judge a book by its cover. You never know what others are going through. And so it's important to just be kind. And don't worry too much about what others think of you. You'll have plenty of time to make friends. And time goes by really fast. So just enjoy it and think and be yourself, because things like that don't matter.
Where I started to get heavily involved in stuff like that. I was in most of Mr. Blaine's classes. I was in the band and the drama club there. And I did a lot of Miss Alfano's choir stuff, and she had a special choir that I did. It was like a special choice choir or whatever. I also did Mrs. Bernard's gifted and talented stuff. I'm not really sure if that's what they call it anymore. But I think that's where I really found my love for English and my love for music and theater. So I think that's really where it
Advice
starts.
is to enjoy school. We are so lucky that we are able to go to school, and we're so lucky that our community is so amazing. We have so many opportunities and are able to have so many good experience through school.
If you don't get something at first, there's a really good chance that you can get it later on.
One of the most important pieces of advice that I have is to always be yourself. Spend time doing the things that you want to do, rather than the things that everyone else wants to do. It's important to never change yourself for anyone else, and it's important to focus on bettering yourself every day, but still having a good time.
It is really crazy how fast time flies. I feel like just yesterday I was in elementary school, and here I am about to complete my junior year of high school. So just make memories and have a good time and do what makes you happy, because at the end, that's all that really matters.
My best advice would probably just be to relax. You need to understand that you need to move past any failures you have and learn from them.
My advice to you is to enjoy every moment and make memories. So take photos or write things down. If it's like a diary entry or something, even if it's like, I saw a cute dog today, or anything that you really enjoyed, because it's so much fun to go back through those photos and look at when you were younger and read about how your day was. And it's really, really fun. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I wish I had written a lot more down than I did.
My advice for you guys is honestly just to have fun, enjoy the moment, and don't worry about the future too much. The future will come in time.
There are a lot of things I could tell you about high school, but this extends beyond that. My best advice to you is to be a lifelong learner. That's someone who never stops learning things, even if it's just a little bit every day. It will eventually add up.
Opportunities. It's important to step out of your comfort zone sometimes and try something new, and taking advantage of your opportunities can help you learn and grow and have new experiences, which are always great in improving and learning so much about yourself and about other people.
To try your best in school, but still have fun, and it's important to have a good balance between those two.
To enjoy being young while it lasts and don't take the time for granted.
School would be just to embrace who you are. It sounds really cheesy, but in high school you go through a ton of changes, and again, you go through so many new experiences that influence who you are, and I just think it's really important to do what makes you happy. And as much as everyone wants to fit in or stay friends with the people they might have been friends with for a while. In all honesty, that might not happen. And I just think it's important to go about your life doing what makes you happy and not feeling guilty for it.
Mistakes. Like, I encourage you to not be afraid to mess up. Quite honestly, I think I've learned the most about myself as an individual through the mistakes I've made over the past few years. So, in summary, have an open mind, take advantage of all the opportunities, because sometimes they only happen once. Have fun, enjoy school while it lasts, and do not bother getting stressed over the little things in life, because in the long run,
For
they really don't
elementary
matter.
school students is to treat everyone with respect, put others before yourselves, and try your best in everything that you do. This means that you should be kind to everyone, and there are no exceptions to that. You should aim to make a positive impact on your school, community, and people around you. You are all capable of doing so. The ability to change someone's life is something so incredible, and I hope you all have the opportunity to experience that. Lastly, put 100% effort into everything that you do, because your hard work will pay off. Try your best in every class that you take, every project you do, and every opportunity you get. If you do so, you will go so far in life. I wish you all the very best of luck, as I know you all have the power to change the world.